Sunday, January 26th, 6:38 p.m. and I'm gonna drive over to my friend's house right now because right now she's watching the Bills versus the Chiefs football game, but yeah, we're gonna hang out, a little group, and yeah. 7:03. I just got to the place, but I don't know if they're here or not yet, so we're just gonna, I don't know, stall. Yeah, but I need to turn my car off because, oh, and also I'm in a parallel spot, so yeah, but it's super big, so I don't know if I'm taking up like 2 spots, so hopefully I'm not, because if I am, oops. But yeah, I'm eating a bagel right now because I don't know if we're eating or not, so yeah. But I can't tell if this car that just parked near me is them or not, so we're just gonna, okay, it's not. It's 7:04. I messaged her and I said, like, are you home already? Because they went to a sports bar to watch the game. And then she said, are you parked in the circle? Because she lives near a circle. And I'm like, no, not exactly, because there was no spots in the circle. I said, I'm in a parallel, LOL. And then she said, we thought we just saw you, and I'm like, yeah. So then she said, you can come in. So yeah, gonna go head in right now. (10:34). You can't see me because it's dark out, but I'm leaving right now. Today, I don't even know where to start. Basically, today I had this meeting at 10:30 with this IT guy, and I was gonna tell him this dilemma I'm in because basically on, I think it was Halloween, he tried to like update my computer and stuff, and we had penciled in like half an hour on the calendar, and then it ended up taking 2 hours. So basically we had our meeting from 10:30 to 11, and he had a meeting at 11. So yeah, so I like walked him to that meeting. But yeah, in our meeting and stuff, we'd like talked, and we were and he's like explaining and stuff why it's better to have a new computer because people's devices, I guess, are like segregated into different groups, and like since I haven't been doing an update and stuff like that, if I get like a malware, something wrong, infected, then my whole group is gonna be potentially get it. We like talked for half an hour about like him explaining like why it'd be better and stuff, and then I'm like, okay, so like, can I wait 4 weeks because my neighbor's going on PTO and I need to have everything I need in order to back him up? Yeah. And then he's like, I think you could, but let me like contact my boss. So basically he's gonna like email his boss, and then yeah, and then whatever, then we go about our day and stuff, other meetings, whatever, and then I go to lunch, and then I come back from lunch, and then his boss is sitting in the desk next to mine because that one's blank, like there's nobody there anymore, and then he's got my computer and he's like updating it, and I'm just like, oh my gosh. So yeah. And then he's like, I need your computer password, and I'm like, what? Like, because like you're not supposed to give your computer password away, you know? So yeah, the guy had my computer, and then I was like waiting and stuff, and yeah, and then I messaged people at my desk area, and I'm like, oh, like, is that IT guy still there? And then after a little bit, then they said, oh, he's gone. One of them said he's gone now, and the other one said, you have a new computer. And then I'm like, okay, fine, like I'm coming, I guess, because like, yeah. And our meeting is gonna happen soon anyways, because we have a meeting at 3:30. So yeah. And then I get there, and then the guy has this computer, so, and he's like, oh, here, try it. So yeah, it's kind of scratched, so it's for sure a used computer. But yeah, so now I got this one. This is the X13. I don't know if you can see that, but now I have this computer. But because they didn't like download all the softwares and stuff of my old computer and all that and transfer everything completely, then I have my old computer too. And then yeah, this is what it looks like. It's got my name on it and my last name, but I'm not gonna show that obviously. So now I have 2 computers. But yeah, I don't know how long I'm gonna be having them both, or how long I'm gonna be carrying them both around, because right now I'm carrying 2 computers. But yeah, that's the whole computer thing happening. happening. I don't know. It was just like a mess because like this IT guy that I was talking to, the one who I had the 10:30 meeting with, and his manager were all like trying to prevent like to make it have the least downtime possible, because like since this guy took my computer and stuff like in the middle of the day, then now I'm just like sitting here like waiting for like a computer because I don't have one. People were not happy about that, but then the guy who was fixing the computer was not happy either, because I don't know, maybe because I didn't tell him, I don't know. But yeah, now I have 2 computers and hopefully it works better. It seems like it's working, but yeah, we'll see. But for now, he said you can do like try to use the new one, and you can do like 90% of your work on the new one, and then just like whatever you can't do on the new one while you wait, do it on the old one. So yeah, that's the situation right now. And so now my backpack weighs a ton because I'm carrying 2 computers. Also yesterday, so I got my computer back at like 3:20, and then I had a meeting at 3:30 to 4:30. So then I went to my meeting like usual, and then that meeting was penciled in for 3:30 to 4:30, but that was literally like the craziest meeting we've had, because there was like, so there's 6 of us total. The guy who was sitting next to my boss, at one point he like left the room, and then we didn't know where he went, and then the guy who was sitting at the furthest in the back was like talking, but then this IT guy, the one who like took my computer and stuff and gave me a new one, then he like knocked on the door, and then he came in with my old computer and like a solid state with like my data from my old computer, and then yeah. And then like at one point the guy who was sitting across from my boss, he like was getting a phone call, so then he's like hunched over like answering the phone and talking, and then yeah, and then that other guy comes back in the room, and then this IT guy's talking to me, and my boss is talking to the guy who's sitting in the very back of the room, and just, it was crazy. But yeah, so much going on, and I like couldn't focus because like I'm trying to get my computer all like download all the applications from my old computer onto my new one, and yeah, a lot. But yeah, my meeting was penciled 3:30 to 4:30, but then it ended up going till 4:45. But then, so then as we're all like walking away from the room and stuff like that, the IT guy who I have started becoming friends with, then he's like standing like across from his desk, but like in the hallway, like in the path, and then he calls my name, and then I'm like, what? And then he's telling me this problem about how there's like a system problem, and the system is not allowing my PM to process a document, but they want to ship it on Friday. And then I'm like, oh, okay, like I can't do anything. And then he's like, oh, like just letting you know, they're probably out there like waiting for you. And I'm like, okay. And then I said, oh, I need to talk to the IT manager also, by the way. And then he's like, oh, like what do you need help with? And then I told him like really, really broadly what I needed help with. And then he's like, can you send me an email? So I'm just like thinking like, why am I gonna email this guy? Like it's specific to the IT manager, so like why would I send this guy an email? And then he's like, oh, I'm trying to help filter out the IT manager's emails. So because I guess the IT manager is like really busy, which I don't disagree, but it's just kind of weird like why he would be like, I don't know, like assistant for the IT manager. I don't know. I just feel like it would be a lot faster and more efficient if I just go talk to the IT manager directly, instead of like trying to tell this IT guy like the problem and explain it and all that, and like yeah, and then him relay the message to the IT manager, and then the IT manager relay the answer to that IT guy, and then that IT guy try to contact me again, and then yeah, it just seems like a lot. So I'm just like maybe I'll just like, if the IT manager is here today, then I will ask him. So today at like 11:50 or something, I chat the IT manager, and I'm like, hey, are you in the office today? Because I know that yesterday he was working from home because he had some plumbing issue thing. That's what somebody told me. But yeah, so and then at like 12:15 or something, then he answered, and he's like, yeah, sorry, was in a meeting, but I'm at lunch now. Do you need help, or do you need something, or something like that? And then I'm like, I have a couple questions, but it'd be easier to just talk to you about it, so I was gonna come by and ask you about them, like, when are you back? And then he said, like, And then he answered like a bit later, and then he's like, should be back in the office in like 10 minutes. So yeah. And then some guy went to talk to me and stuff like that. So then I went to talk to him, and then I ran into this other test guy, and then he's like, oh, I have an official release. And then I'm like, what does that mean? And then he shows me he made his like own product thing, and he wanted to show me like it's his first release of that product. But I took it as like he got released like from the company, and I'm just like, oh my gosh. But yeah, he didn't. But yeah. Then after I finished with that guy, it's been past 10 minutes since that IT manager had chatted me. So then I go back to my desk, and then I chat that IT manager, and I'm like, is now okay? And then he said, yeah, sure. So then I go over there with both my computers, and then I ask him questions and stuff. And like all the IT people are there because I guess, you know, it's like 1:40, so like they're probably done with lunch. And then I like walked straight to the IT manager's desk, and then the guy who told me, oh, email me and I'm helping filter the IT manager's messages, was sitting there. And then he saw me, but I don't know if because I was like beelining for the IT manager's desk. So then I don't know if that guy saw me or not walk by, because I had to walk by his desk because it's like a U. So like there's the hallway, and then there's a little branch you can get, like it'll be a dead end that you can go in to get to the IT people. So then I went around that like branch, I guess. And yeah, and it was kind of funny also because I had one computer open, the new one, and then I showed him, and then I was like, okay, wait, let me show you something on the old one. So then I had both my computers up on his desk, and then his desk itself has 3 monitors. And then I asked him something, and then he's like, okay, hold on. And then he had to pull another computer out because he has his main computer, which has stuff, and then this other computer, which the main one doesn't have that software, kind of like why I have 2 right now, because not all the same softwares are on both devices. So he pulled out another computer. So at this point, there's 3 monitors, my 2 computers, and he has another computer that he just opened. So there's like 6 screens all up. But yeah, I just thought that was funny. I also printed a label, and it's like the speech bubble one, because my other one was like a notepad one. But yeah. Moving on to today, I had only 1 meeting scheduled. I made a working session, but then the guy was like questioning me about the working session, so now I'm getting vibes that he doesn't want. He was also like telling me that the stuff, because I did actually have questions, but he was telling me that like the stuff I was asking was kind of like redundant, and like what's the point of it? So I don't know. Just getting weird vibes.